Goof today, y'all.
Okay. Well, the goof is we're live right now. That's the goof.
Now tell him the whole. Give us viewers, 5 minutes. So what are we doing?
Oh, I
can only joke about hemorrhoids so many times.
It's
The
fine.
good news
You
is
can.
we have plenty of time because we have no viewers.
Sorry, you
Me,
can
when
keep
I
riffing.
rewatched
I gotta fix your camera box anyway. I made you.
Yeah, I'll be in this range here.
No, it's because I accidentally exposed that ugly like green line in the Discord call.
Oh, gotcha.
It's negative space that I wasn't intending anyway.
Uh-oh.
That's fixed. We're live. I'm at the controls. The whole gang will be here shortly because Artem will be joining us. But for now, I guess let's do a recap and then he'll basically almost be here.
We stealthed all the way upstairs, walked right by like some of the clever folks in Casino Dozen with
I love that movie.
Brad
so
Pitt.
good.
Yeah, Casino Dozen with Brad Pitt. And yeah, got all the way to the top level, straight up walked onto the thing. And then we rustled everyone together, said, "Hey, group chat, y'all." And then Azov absolutely microwaved just everyone.
Freeze dried.
Everyone on that roof, apart from us and like the big bad and her dog, because you don't microwave dogs even in fantasy world.
You gotta kill the dog personally. I hope that's never taken out of context.
Soundboard.
Yikes!
Well, we'll see the final
Yeah.
results of it soon. You've maintained concentration on it, so we don't really
Yeah.
know everything that's happened yet under that bubble.
But we took like a session or two to like get a job there, scout it out, learn the important players, see where everything was, see like we took like a good chunk of time. So then when we did roll in, we're like, we're going up here. I'm this person. These guys are on our payroll. That guy's on our payroll. I'm in a disguise. Hey, everyone come upstairs, stand in a fireball formation for me, please.
Yeah.
They're like,
You basically
All right.
you prepped your way through the dungeon. You did the work. It would have been very railroady and mean to have forced like anything on you because you did all the prep work for the stealth route. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now we're here.
Oh yeah. So we're on the ship. We're alive, generally, mostly, and starting to lift off. And Big Bad did manage to jump on as the ship was departing. And I guess we're gonna have to figure out what to do with that.
Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. What do I want to say? Are you, Ryan? Are you going to continue to maintain the Hunger of Hadar? Or are you gonna probably drop that soon? Because at some point, I'll let you guys know what's happening under there, but I'm not gonna do it unless you're, you know what I mean?
so far I'll keep it up.
Okay.
How long as I can. I gotta roll concentration every time I get
That's
hit.
true.
We're probably preoccupied too, so we probably don't need to know until somebody actually takes the time to look over the ledge and be like, "What's going on down there?"
That's fair.
They might just look like ants by the time we can actually look over.
Well,
Also, most importantly, I did save Lefty. Lefty is safely on the ship with us now.
He is hanging onto the side of the ship.
Oh
He
shit!
was
No,
very
most
like the
importantly-
mummy or something else to be like, quick, throw a rope down, like grab them so they can survive last
You're right.
second.
Yeah.
Most importantly, as I've made it with a woman, Kif inform the men.
What about Duel though?
That's not your business.
What
Alright.
about Duel? Duel's not here right now. Oh, he's still alive in my new run.
Oh,
I
nice.
thought you killed him. I thought, or is this young?
Yeah, that
dude
was
now?
our last run. Now I've got Duel, Brightstone, and Dickets is our
Oh,
backup
nice.
crusader.
They'd be a good
Anyway.
team.
All right. So,
Can you please make a character called Ruthless Gator, or Ruthless Banner Ginsburg or whatever?
Ruthless Bader Ginsburg.
Yeah.
I'll
that's
see what I
pretty
can
good.
That's a barbarian if I ever heard one.
Yep.
Hanging out with the anime.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the music, Ryan.
Yeah.
Rolo, the very last turn, you were steering the ship. You guys are pulling up. It's going to take a few seconds to, like, hit speed and then bank to the point where you guys want to unleash the fireball. This is not going to be a thing where, like, every turn the Gith are getting closer. Like, you're out of there. That's fine. We're just going to focus on what's happening on the ship now.
Okay.
But in terms of, like, the very last thing that did happen, yeah, Lefty's hanging off the side. She stepped on. It is now her turn. I'm going to get battle music going. And a couple things were kind of witnessed over the side. I guess maybe the doctor saw them when he was helping Lefty up. Things that were seen. Why isn't... There we go. Bora was very much like, just go. I'm holding the tide. This is my moment. These guys are not going to make it to you, but, you know, that's where their tokens are right now. But some folks emerged from the northeast tower up here. The DT Mouse's sister is here. The fire guy is here. And some other reinforcements. DT Mouse is actually still alive. And so, because it will take, you know, technically speaking, a round or two for you guys to kind of maneuver into position, there is an opportunity for your allies to get out safe, or at least to another tower. And interestingly enough, what I realized, and it's fine for what we're doing here, I suppose, it's funny that I think the diameter, yeah, or the radius, one of the two of the fireball is bigger than the magnified range. Like, the actual explosion is technically bigger than the range you fire. So I'm just gonna say, like, the range you're firing from, you're not also hitting. You're not gonna get hit by your own fireball. That's just stupid. You know what I mean? Okay. So just an important thing to note, because we did. It literally doesn't fit on this screen, the 200-foot radius fireball. So we'll say you guys are getting safely clear.
So you can say that, but will we?
So you are starting to pull up. As you do, as I said, it is our Goliath friends round, and I need to actually check another screen for something real quick. Okay.
Can we get the turn order back up?
Yes, you can. I hope I don't need to remake that. I hope it's not that weird thing where it's like a different page and it's invisible to you guys. Let's see. Do you
there
see?
It is.
Okay, it's preserved. All right. I'm gonna take some.
Like it's me.
Good. All right. I'm gonna take the folks on the roof out of it because you guys are the focus now. So,
okay.
She is up first, and the whole kind of deal with Sarut the Cold, what she is kind of legendarily known for is that she has like she has two barbarian paths, and as she's climbing onto this ship in an effort to stop you all, she's going to use her second rage. And when that happens, the first thing that's going to happen is that sort of cold that's emanating out from her is going to grow in size. And so just because of being near her, let's see, who is that? That's the Doctor, that's Rolo, that's Azov, that's 8-9. Azov and Rolo, you guys have resistance, so for you it's only going to be 2 damage. Everyone else, just because you're in that sphere, takes 5 cold damage.
Is that at the start of our turn or right now? When does that happen?
It would be at the start of your turn.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, okay.
So is her second raise like Super Saiyan 2? She
So
has ice crystals now?
So literally, yes, because also as that happens, it seems like the cold is kind of nourishing her a bit. And I'm not going to change her token because she doesn't technically qualify for this. But she is actually going to get a little bit taller, a little bit bulkier and more muscular, and her hair probably is going to get a little more flowing and Super Saiyan-like. So yes, this is literally her going Super Saiyan. And as she does, as you can imagine, Rolo, she's going to run right up to you as the person steering the ship.
All right. What's her other thing besides the Tundra Storm Herald thing?
Giant.
Giant, okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
she doesn't become large, though.
No, she does grow in size, but I'm not gonna say she becomes like the 2x2 large.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's gonna come, and her great axe is coming at you twice, Rolo.
Okay.
I got a 23 and a 12. That 12 is going to miss.
Yep. So the 23 will hit. I can't do any reactions because I already did a silvery barbs to help Azov.
Okay. Let me see. Is cold factored in there? Okay. All right. So Rolo. Oh. It is great axe is slashing damage. I want to say.
Yeah.
That is
Yep.
20 slashing damage to you,
Ouch.
and the cold, which you are of course resistant against. Hey, baby. 1 second.
Mhm. Well, I think this is going well.
Still trying to talk her down.
No, he's gonna try and knock her out and then try to.
Knock her down, then talk her down.
Yeah. I never said that I was still trying to like talk to her mid combat. I want to knock her out non-lethal, and
Got
then
it.
we can tie her up and talk to her.
Got it. Okay. So she's having anime transformations right now.
Yeah. No, he's fully aware.
All right. So now the cold damage, which you're going to be resistant to, 3. So just 1 cold damage to you.
All right.
So that is all well and good. Okay. Artem's not here, but 8-9 is up next. Does anyone have his sheet? Perchance?
No.
All right.
I imagine he's gonna shoot her.
Probably. I have no... That's a very complicated roll, though. I'm gonna... He'll be here soon enough. I'll just give him a turn when we get to it. I will just jump to Azov.
Okay. She is raging. She's a giant and ice barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
Looking over the side. All right, can I look over to the side? Is this?
Yeah.
Am I able to look over the side over on the roof?
Yeah, of course.
What? How high are we now currently?
Probably 20 feet up. No one else is getting on as you're getting up to your real speed.
I will drop Feast of Fathomless
Okay.
so that I can use a different spell. That is concentration, I believe. Actually, yeah, it is. I will use my once per day use of Cause Fear
Ooh.
on Saruth.
Okay.
She needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right, wisdom. Let's see what we got here, and I will tell you what happens as you drop the Hunger Vidar in a moment.
Because
Okay.
we got
I'm sorry, you roboted
The
when you
fish?
said we got what?
bigger fish to fry.
Yes.
I thought she was a
Alright.
giant.
A giant fish.
Oh, that's a saying
Oh,
from where I
Ryan
can-
meets it, beats it on your DC. She got a 15.
My
It's a 16, I thought. Or is it? Oh, is it based on your
Says,
wisdom?
says 15. Unless
Yes,
something's
it is.
wrong with the. Okay. As
the
you
yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
Yeah. So as you drop it, here is what is witnessed. Obviously, a whole lot of dead guards. What I did for the changelings is, thanks to Wild Shape, they get like a little more HP. Like if they go into it on their turn, you know. So my thought was they would wild shape and just try to beeline out of the crowd in some way. So, as Hunger of Hadar disappears, one of them just did not make it. One of the two twins did not make it. One of them, running directly south, looks very close to death, but actually made it. Purely thanks to Wild Shape giving a little more, lasting power. And another one who looks even closer to death is sprinting east, like out of where the bubble was. So that's the
So they all
situation.
survived.
No, one died.
Okay.
One died. The other two, if not for Wild Shape, they would have died. But my thought was
So they hunkered down.
it's the idea of that what I would think the way I did it in my head was, okay, if they immediately Wild Shape on their turn for just a little more defense and just move in a straight line to where they know is out, can they make it out of the bubble? These two can make it out even with the rough terrain. They do manage to make it out. The other guy, it just even with that couldn't get far enough. So turn ends, that's more damage. He's dead.
Yeah.
But the others are going to manage to just barely eke it out.
Okay.
So that is the situation there.
I am going to not be in her freezy aura anymore. So I guess I'm going over here. Be like, "You're doing great, Rolo." Show her the rage mage stuff.
And from there we go to Henry, who is I'll say you're not within her. Like, I'm gonna say it's within it. Like, I'm not gonna say you're lefty's in it. I'm gonna say you're not being on the edge of it. You got to be in it. I'm not gonna be that strict.
Okay, well, I took a step back.
Okay.
Knife.
Okay.
Bitch. Hey,
Yeah!
there it is.
All right. Let me
Let's
check.
go.
Let me check the 15 because they might both be hits. They're both hits.
Oh,
You got a
okay.
hit and a
So,
Did she get advantage with those? When she attacked me, was it reckless?
It was not. She gets a multi attack.
Can
Okay.
she put the sneak attack on the crit?
Mm-hmm.
okay, so then we're gonna do. How are we? It's so rare that I roll a crit. Are we doing full total of the first dice and then the crit, or are we just
That's what we've
dice
been doing,
dice?
right?
Or okay, just wanted to make sure. So it's gonna be 1d6 plus 4
Yep.
plus.
And it's the
1d4
rule of sneak attack is once per turn.
plus-
There's no reason you couldn't make it your bigger hit. You know what I mean?
6d6 plus. Which one is it? 6. 1d6 plus 4 plus 1d4 plus 66 plus 6.
Oh,
And that's
That's
pure
beautiful.
psychic, right?
Yes, none of that's physical.
Very important when you're a barbarian. All
Fighting
right.
one, yeah.
And maybe I relocate to this thing. Is this where the magic comes out?
Yes. Which
Oh,
I know,
cool.
8-9 at some point was going to prepare to fire.
Well, I'm near that. So that's it.
All right. Doctor, hold for me for 1 second before your turn, because I'm going to move you guys over to the aerial view now, because it's more fun.
can I
No.
get a flashback Clooney's Dozen style?
You can get that whenever Richard decides to give it. Or unless, you want one for you. My bad. I forgot you both have flashbacks with her. Which, yes. Let me. All right, I'm bringing you guys over to the. Come on, bookmark. All right.
Wow.
Now we got the cool aerial view. As you, it's not. The thing's not on fire yet. It will be soon enough. Whatever. Yes, that is actually something I forgot to say last week. That's on me. Forgot to mention that, yeah, your old party was totally killed by her. Although she has, I guess, she's not realized it's you quite yet. But
We no longer see the turn order, by the way.
oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
This is a
'cause
much
now
more
I'm on the
recent
new page. That's
flashback.
why. Okay, give me.
My thought, if you're cool with it,
Uh-huh.
since we had plenty of time to prep, as we walked up to this building, Dr. Dalton handed out the 4 potions of cold resistance we had to those of us without cold resistance. So I think that would be Rolo, Henrietta, myself, and 8-9.
Rolo has resistance.
Rolo has resistance.
Yeah, he's a Goliath.
Okay, as
All right, you
of
guys should be
Henrietta,
seeing the turn
myself,
order
and
now as
8-9.
I drop it back in.
I also have frost resistance.
Oh. Well,
Some of them may be intended for your other party members who are back on the roof now. All right, everybody sees that now?
yes.
Good, okay. That's so weird that it doesn't transfer, but oh well.
So would you allow that I had passed around and everyone like throws back potion of cold resistance before the boogie broke down?
Yeah, like before you merged out onto the roof?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Like in the
that's-
stairwell even.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you guys were doing all that like prep. I'm not gonna be mean about it, you know?
All right. So I guess I just have the one more if only 3 of us drank it. Cool.
We have already taken damage, so maybe everyone just has them, but can take them on their turn or something like that. So, because Artem's gonna jump back and be like, "Well, I took X amount of damage last week," not knowing I was.
That is fair.
So then we gotta like go back and, or we just hand wave and be like, "What your body kicks in now."
Well, Dalton threw back one.
I mean, it also, if she's boosting her aura now, it makes sense for you to chug it on this turn. I don't want to like force you to do that as your move, but like, that makes sense, you know?
So I can't drink it as part of a flashback. Or in a flashback.
No, but we have been doing
Okay.
potions as bonus actions since that's a new rule with what do you call it? With the new D&D. So I'm
Okay.
cool with that.
Then I will bonus action, slam a jam it, and then I guess I have to. Oh wait, I tied off the rope for Lefty, so he should be good, right?
Yeah, he did not
Okay.
fall to his doom. You made it a point to, yeah.
All right.
Is he just hanging off, like dangling off the edge, like ah?
More or less, I guess.
I'll pop over here. That was what, 20? And let's heal you up. Who is this? Is that 8-9?
That is 8-9.
Yep.
Who could definitely
Okay.
use healing.
Yeah, definitely.
I
I'll
also
go ahead and do that.
It's I typed something like dumb when I was trying to reduce his HP correctly, so that's probably lower than it really should be, but I don't think it'll break anything right now.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, also technically Lefty is within that.
Oh yeah.
And his
Yeah,
turn is your turn.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
Okay.
Don't worry about him.
But he does take the 5 cold.
He is outside of the ship. Does that count?
I mean,
He's like dangling down. He might be.
yeah, well, yeah, I guess it's not a sphere. It is probably like a it stops where she is standing.
Hemisphere.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. That is the word I'm looking for.
I'm gonna heal
I
and
see,
then
that's
move
fair.
off. I'm just struggling to find the right thing, so we can move on while I get the healing stuff.
Artem just told me he is on his way home, by the way, so we should have him soon.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh.
Cool.
Of note, speaking of flashbacks, Doctor, when you run over to do that healing, that is probably when she is going to notice you, because she did wipe out your previous party.
That jerk.
So as you're sprinting by, it's not necessarily an attack of opportunity, but as you sprint by and heal, she's going to look, and it's going to take her a moment, and then she realizes who you are, and she's just, before she turns her attention back to Rolo, she turns to you and just says to Rolo, "Leave no survivors, right?" And she's going to turn and God of War that axe at you as a legendary action, like she did to 8-9 last time.
Cool. Well, 14 healing to 8-9,
Okay, I'll get that in.
and then
What's
said
your AC?
five
I rolled a 19.
cold.
You're a 23. Your AC does not matter.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. So you're gonna be hit for. Oh, this is You're gonna be hit for 23 bludgeoning
Oh.
from the, or slashing, sorry, from the axe, and 6 cold.
Which so 3 now that I've
Yeah, you took the
Drank up.
potion. Cool.
Ouch.
All right, and then Rolo, our attention is still on you at the wheel.
Yeah, so I guess he'll take, what is it, 2 damage when his turn starts?
Uh huh.
Okay. Just 2. With her getting up in his face, he's gonna have a flashback of his own. Do you have art for this, or are
I
we just
do.
staying on this page?
Nope, you made some, so I got it. Here you go.
So, he flashes back 25 years to when he was only 15 years old. His stepfather had just cut his arm off, and he was really lost, and he was determined to find new ways of fighting so that way one day he could defeat his stepfather. The first person he turned to was this local legend, this person who seemed to be quite powerful and had also mastered more than one kind of barbarian path, which was kind of unheard of, and so he was intrigued by her. He went out and sought her out in the mountains, where she basically just lived with wolves, and he doesn't know what it was exactly, why she actually agreed to take him under her wing. Maybe it was because at only 6'6", a one-armed half-human, he was kind of like seen as the runt of the litter. Maybe it's because she saw some kind of potential in him. Maybe it's because she was really lonely and she wanted somebody who would actually connect with her. Whatever the reason was, she actually agreed to be a mentor for him. And he spent a brutally cold winter up in the mountain with her, where she taught him how to connect with his giant ancestry, where he gained his cold resistance, he gained his stone's endurance, all of these things that he had not really fully developed and grown into, he did thanks to her. And even with, so she helped him connect with his giant ancestry. She also helped him seize the Tundra Storm. And after spending that brutal winter with her, it was kind of like a Piccolo Gohan situation. Like, she was very hands-off to a degree, but then also sometimes would be really hands-on and pretty brutal, but never as reckless as his stepfather was, so he never got, like, too hurt. She seemed to have a soft spot for him for whatever reason, but he also just, like, couldn't frickin' stand her sometimes. Like, she really was not good at any kind of social skills. And she really pissed him off at times, but she also was a great mentor. But by the time the springtime came, he decided to leave her and move on, partially because he couldn't stand her anymore, partially because he was just really obsessed with this idea of, I can learn more techniques, I can learn more techniques. So even though he still had much he could have learned from her, he decided to part ways, and he could tell that that hurt her in that moment, but he never really rekindled that. But it seems like she did have some kind of soft spot deep down, but it's possible that even that little bright warmth was snuffed out when he decided to leave her. And that's the last he saw of her 25 years earlier. So we can go back now, thinking about all of that flashing right before his eyes while everybody else is running away out of her eminence of cold air. He's gonna harness it. All of that cold air that's like whooshing all around, he's going to summon that energy, and he's gonna have a little tiny Super Saiyan thing of his own, where the cold will wrap around him, and just like the cold is healing her, he is going to be boosted and gain another 5 temp HP as the tundra wraps around and little icy spirits kind of give a little shield protecting him. And he just kind of shouts out like, as a professional courtesy, I wanted to take her alive. And then he's going to charge up his Thunder Gauntlet. He has gotten really good at fighting barbarians after studying with so many of them, and he knows that thunder is really good for bypassing the resistance. But he's going to take a swing. Should also worth mentioning, his eyes are like lighting up to pure like white at this point because of his silvery barbs. He's basically channeled in the storm giant energy as well, and that includes prophecy, which allows him to take his first attack with advantage. So he's going to start wailing on her with his action. So let's go ahead and do that now. Thunder Punch. Oh, sorry, that was just damage. Thunder Punch. So that first one's at 25.
Definitely
And
a hit,
then... And I like those damage numbers way better, too. And then the next one will be at normal. Thunder Punch. Ugh. Well, he got one good hit on her, and she now has disadvantage on hitting anyone but him.
Okay. All right. That's probably for the best because you do that punch. She's rattled by it. She's also probably remembering back on those times. She's just gonna look at you clutching that great axe and just, very good, Rollo. You've come a long way. Now show me how far you have come, and give me the warrior's death that I deserve. And she will attack recklessly this time against you.
All right.
So the advantage attack is a 24. The non-advantage of her multi-attack is a 13, which I think will miss you.
When you reckless attack, you get advantage on both of them, just so you
It's
know.
both? Okay. I guess it is a multi-attack. Alright, then that second one is a crit. Do you still have your broken blessing?
Don't need it. I got silvery barbs. I'm doing that.
Okay, so she's gonna roll again?
Yeah, but this time it's just a single die.
Right. 23. But you saved a crit.
Okay.
Alright, so this is gonna be 2 big hits from the axe coming at you.
Okay.
Alright. This is going to hurt. Warning you ahead of time.
I might be dead. We'll see.
That is 51 slashing.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, he's down.
I won't bother to roll the cold damage.
Yep, doesn't matter. He's like, oh, I'm so tough, I'm gonna get you. Down.
Well, she used both on you. She's gonna turn to the rest of the group and just, well, perhaps one of you will give me the end that I desire. She'll start stepping forward. Oh, I guess she's got to step around the wheel. I'm gonna say for 8-9's turn, he's gonna be like mostly getting ready with the weapon. Don't worry, him getting ready is not going to make you guys lose this fight, I promise. I will instead go to Azov.
Cool. Great. Azov's running out of options here. I guess I take 2 more because of the aura Hmm.
At the start of your turn, Sid, you'll take it.
Hmm. Sorry, I'm reading the description of something. I hadn't considered this. Hmm. Attacks are at advantage. I am the default tank now. But I can't take 2 attacks like that. By any means.
Question for the group, because I know, Rollo has this desire to, at least going into the fight, to take her alive. Is that something you would have let everybody know ahead of time?
He just said
I mean,
it, yeah.
she's also saying, "Give me the death I want," so I guess that's over.
Okay. I also don't want to, I hate to, we'll see. We'll see how the turn goes.
Alright, how would you rule this? Azov sees the swirling ice kind of going all around, and he's be like, as a member of the deep sea races, cold never really bothered me, but since you're turning down the heat, I still would rather we have some distance between us. And Azov is going to, from the clouds around him, pull in the moisture, and he is going to create a 30 feet long, 10 foot high, 1 foot thick wall of water, which, because it is in an icy aura, will freeze immediately, causing a 10 foot wide wall, basically just creating this. Nope, not that one.
So you put a wall between you guys.
I put a wall of ice between us.
Okay.
Now,
Why are you between the squares? How are you doing that?
I don't know. But yeah, basically he's just like, no thank you, and creates a huge wall of water which becomes ice to block off this side of the ship.
Sure. Okay. I'm gonna say that also would effectively stop the aura from hitting you guys on the other side. So if you're on the other side of that red line, don't worry about the cold damage.
Now, it is ice. It's 1 foot of solid ice. So I think that becomes cover? So if he moved away, would that provoke an attack of opportunity?
You've got a wall between you, so no, because she swings, she hits the wall.
I summon wall. Now you can break through the wall,
Right,
but I
right.
don't, for the rules of attack of opportunity, I don't think
No.
that will happen.
No.
So, yeah. This doesn't really help Rollo's situation, as he will be slowly ticked away by those ice, but I don't know. Maybe someone could heal him. Do we have any healers here that can help with that?
I'm on this side of the wall.
Do you have
You should be on the other side of the wall!
I agree.
Hey, at least I have advantage on my next death saving throw, so if I somehow nat 20, it'll help a little.
You are at an interesting impasse here. Technically speaking, Lefty could also stabilize you.
No, he can't.
We'll figure
I don't
that
know if I
out
can-
when.
I guess we'll find out.
Yep.
I don't know, that might have been a bad move, but...
We'll see. Keep
buys us around,
you
right?
can keep the line there for me, though, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm just drawing it more icy now.
Okay, thank you.
Nice.
All right, Henry.
So, my main concern presently is that Rollo's dead, but also she's on the side of the river with the steering wheel.
Uh-oh.
Does she look like she's set on, like, I'm coming this way at y'all? Or does she have any, like, does there seem to be any inclination of, like, oh, I'm gonna go redirect the ship back towards the castle?
Right now, it seems like her eyes are on you guys through the wall.
Tight. Okay.
She's raged, right?
Yeah, she's raging. She's in that mode.
Well, we can keep trying. I don't think my dagger can go through that.
Wait, if we let her, pardon the pun, cool off for a round, she loses rage, right?
Not if they're going by 2024 rules. It depends.
Yeah, it's
I
bonus
think...
to extended, I think.
Yeah.
That's what Bo had.
Call that a bonus.
So I don't think my magical daggers can go through there. I'm gonna try to mind sliver her.
Okay.
Can I see through the block of ice? Is the ice
yeah.
clear?
Yeah.
Tight. Then I am going to attempt to drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature I can see within range. And I need an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, intelligence saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
I'll roll that in a second. All right, intelligence save coming your way. No, thank you. What's your DC, Sydney?
14.
14?
Yeah.
She got 13.
Girl, don't lie. So she takes 2d6 psychic damage, and she has to minus 1d4 from her next saving throw.
Okay.
Whatever that may be. Ooh.
Oof.
You're gonna have to remind me about the
Thank you.
about that.
Thank you, everybody. My there goes my spell. Oh man.
Doctor, do you have
God
healing word?
damn it. Oh, it's cantrip. It's a cantrip. It's fine. I'm fine.
I don't have healing word.
You know who does? The cleric in the submarine.
I wanted to
I
bring
think she's out of range.
Hey, you guys up there? Heal sending.
The doctor does holler over the deck at the just lefty kind of swinging in the wind. He's like, "Get up here, idiot, and start attacking!" And her attack. And then he rummages through his medical kit that he had out. I didn't see 8-9's health go up at all. I don't know if you applied the 14 to.
I did, and then -5 from the cold, so an effective net 9, +9.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Dalton's gonna rummage through and take out basically some medical grade super glue and seal up that place he just got gashed, and a syringe that says "Dr. Feelgood," and he jams it in and.
Love a good Kennedy reference.
Sure, I knew that's what I was doing when I said it. Yeah, so that's another 1d6 plus 10.
Okay, and Lefty's coming to attack?
Yeah, assuming he can climb up
Yeah.
in time.
Yeah, I'll say he can get there. Now, with that, he is going to take the cold damage for sure.
Okay.
As he's running in. If you want to give me his roll.
Sure. Oh, right, I just gotta grab the sheet. Claw slash. Oh, at advantage, right?
Yes, technically still.
16?
16 will hit.
Alright.
Okay, 6 slashing. She is raging, so not going to be as much, but you hit.
It's something.
It's something. Rolo, give me a save.
All right. Here's the thing. I'm in the cold. So does that automatically knock me down a death save? I'm taking damage right now.
Technically it would, but let's see what you roll first, you know?
All
like,
right.
maybe we even out. You know what I mean?
All
Like,
right.
let's see what
he
happens.
He at least gets to do this at advantage. I haven't rolled a death save in a long time. Do you add your con modifier to it?
You don't have anything.
No, there's a monk that can do that, but not normally. Why do you have at advantage though? I'm curious.
Silvery barbs.
Okay, well that's a pass. So that's one pass. So I guess it's a pass.
1 and 1?
I'm gonna let you keep the pass because her rage does drop.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get rid of that aura. Her rage does drop. Now she's still very strong, and this might be bad for Lefty. Her rage drops, and she is going to attack Lefty.
Why does her rage drop?
She's not gonna. Oh, she did take damage. For story
Yeah, she took damage.
reasons, she's still going to drop it for what I have in mind for her here, though. So we'll let it go. What's Lefty's AC?
It's not high. Single digits. It's 9.
It's single digits.
Yeah, armor class 9.
Okay.
I
She's
could have thrown armor on him.
fair. All right. So
Uh-huh.
44. Lefty's down.
How do you want to do this?
I was about to say this is the opposite, but he's your
This
creation.
is mass damage.
Would you like to tell me? It's not. We're not doing mass damage rules, so you can But I know it's like the reverse, Andrew. But would you like to tell me how Sarut does this to Lefty? Maybe give
I
the rest of the
imagine-
group some catharsis.
I imagine she lifts up the axe overhead and just goes down for a massive swing right down the center, and all of the hands that are sewn that are parts of his body all kind of like reach up to try to block it instinctively, and she just carves right through one solid line, head to
Bone
taint,
tomahawks
just
him.
two sides of Lefty's just, and he stands there for a moment, and the hands go up for maybe another attack, and then the two halves just slide off and lands
All right.
open like the world's worst sandwich.
I guess it doesn't matter, but technically she had to do those attacks at disadvantage.
No, because your turn passed, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
To the end of your next one, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking that it was a legendary, but she didn't do a legendary. Okay.
No, but she is going to do a legendary action, Rolo. She's going to walk over to you, and she's going to impart a little bit of that nourishing cold that she was having in the aura to bring you up to 1 HP. And she's going to stand you to your feet, still clutching that axe, and say, "Finish this, Rolo. Finish me, or I finish all of you."
You really want to die?
There's no other end for me.
I trained so
see my
hard. I trained so hard. And you just took me down in
Hey,
3
look who's
hits.
He comes in with the steel chair.
here.
That made us family.
It actually literally was your turn, Artem, but for story reasons, I think everyone's okay with me going back around to Rolos. Is that all right by everyone?
Fine, yeah, I just won't have a turn. Yeah.
You humbled me just now. And you've shown me that I still got so much to learn from you. It would be a shame if we just ended it here now. Come with me. Come with me and give me more training. I gotta get as good as you. It's been 25 years and I still can't hold a lick to you. Let's just leave. We're in a flying ship, damn it. Just come with me. Give me more training. I'll do anything for you to give me more training.
She's gonna look down at you and just... I've taught you all I can, Rollo. Finish this. Let your friends see how far you've come. There's no more for me to teach you. There's no more for me to learn from anyone else. I've gone as far as I will go.
I ain't gonna kill you. You really want to die? Jump.
Super quick. Oh, that was the wrong thing. I'm doing a little. While I'm waiting to fix the layout, I want to at least bring everybody up on screen.
I sent the PNGs over Facebook real quick, but I'm sending the PSTs as well.
Thank you. I just want to actually have everybody on screen here.
But if you do kill yourself, please leave behind the axe. That'd be great. Thanks.
That special stuff is linked to her, not the axe.
I don't care. It's a nice axe.
Oh, okay. Let's do this. Let's bring this here. All right. It's gonna look really ugly on stream, but at least everyone's on screen now before I can make it look pretty. All right. Okay. She's going to look back at all the rest of the party. She's gonna look at Rollo, party, Rollo, Lefty. She's gonna take that axe, and she's just gonna tomahawk it, and it's gonna shatter through the ice and then land by you guys. It's not gonna strike anybody, but she's just gonna shatter it in like a cool way. And then she's gonna put a hand on the wheel, then a hand on Rollo's shoulder, and just like use her well. And then yeet. She's gonna take her. It's not really a blaze of glory, but
I think Rollo would definitely do a no and like reach after her, but he's definitely by far way too weak to stop her from doing it.
And she is going to, I mean, if you guys watch, she is going to plummet. This is not an escape.
Hurt is she before she jumped?
You went out a little bit for me. Repeat the question.
How hurt is she when she jumped?
She had 11 HP remaining.
Oh, we could have finished her.
Well, I'm trying
can
to
I shoot
figure
her?
out if I want to take her out before she's got to sit like for a minute and a half waiting to plummet to the fucking ground, because that sounds awful.
See,
And I could go after her.
And Ryan, that's the thing I was saying when you were doing I was like, Rollo just went down when he could have finished her off, and I'm gonna feel real bad if like he goes down after that big moment and he's just like, you know what I mean? I was like, well, we'll just see what happens.
Should I go finish the job?
I think gravity's gonna do it for you.
I mean, I could shoot her if I really want her to die before she hits the ground.
If I've read enough stories to know that if you don't see them beef it, then they might come back.
Yeah, I mean she's pretty dang strong. But that said, you do fall like 500 feet every 6 seconds, so I think she did.
Oh no, Lefty! Oh, I worked like a whole weekend with you. Oh, jeez, dang. Oh well, let's get these claws off.
All right, downloading these layouts now. Thank you, Artem. We're out of combat.
So do y'all want to nuke the castle?
Yes.
He's gonna like lean up just against the side of the ship, just like I'm hurt, guys. I'm hurt real bad. Actually, wait, no, he is going to he's gonna be doing some prayers to his god and feeling the zealotry begin to charge him up. So within a matter of a less than like half a minute, he's able to cast Cure Wounds on himself, like I don't know, like 3 times or something.
Oh, well, fine.
So he's
Don't
he's
need
gonna
my help, I suppose.
he's gonna do Cure Wounds on himself 3 times and give him one last temp HP bump too, just so that way he's got as much as possible, just in case anything else crazy happens.
Speaking of bump, Dalton, I've got a spell refueling ring, and Dalton lifts it to his face, pops open a cap, and just yeah, and regains his spell slot. I've got some ideas.
Thanks.
How high are we now, Tony?
Wasn't that strong, so
You got like another few moments before I think you're in range or out of range to hit yourself with your own fireball. But you're I mean, what would that put you at? I would say you are probably about 100 feet above the roof now.
Oh, so not that much. Like,
Yeah,
not
you
even
need
a football
you need to
field.
take another like moment to bank yourself into position for sure.
as we are, I'm going to get the 2 halves of Lefty and kind of get him up to throw over onto the roof. I'm gonna turn to Azov and say, "Would you like to say any last words? I know you two were close."
I would actually. Finally, and he'll throw him off the side.
Short
You
and
were done.
sweet.
May he rest in. Yeah, that's good. Looking back over the roof. What's the? It's not that far away. 100 feet. It's not that far. Are they like trying to shoot us or anything, or?
No, but people are. So it seems like Bora held off the tide, and what you see are the 2 remaining changelings. Artem, one of the changelings died. One of the twins didn't make it out. The others, thanks to Wild Shape, had a little extra HP to get out of the Hunger of Hadar.
You get out of range of a nuke.
Well, we're gonna do some math here in a moment. So the sight on down at the tower is you see basically the guards are now pursuing Bora, the 2 changelings, and the mouse that's on your side as they seem to be running into one of the towers to maybe start heading back to an exit.
Oh,
So that's
Well,
the
then-
scene you see.
maybe we just shoot while they're going down, and there's a chance that they live.
I mean, you'll need a moment to bank yourself in a position. So, like, I will say time-wise, by the time you do that, all of those folks will get into the tower. Now, there's no telling on, you're not gonna be able to tell where they are, and your thing is still a 200-foot radius sphere. So, chances are they're not getting out of that sphere based on your present knowledge. But that is the sight you see of folks just fleeing.
Damn it, Bora! Why'd you have to stay behind?
Well, time to shoot.
It seems like people are really in the mood for dying today.
Azov is torn. He's like, we need to not have any witnesses, otherwise this will haunt us and probably get us killed. But also, he has kind of a soft spot for Bora. He doesn't care about anyone else down there. But he's like,
You just slept with this woman.
I know. It's unusual
He's a
for me.
simp.
Oh, I can take us out of turn order. That's
8, 9. Make it so.
All right. He's gonna aim the gun and make sure that the fireball thing that we have is fully charged and ready. And once we're banked around to shoot, kerplow.
Do we also have that invisibility charge ready to go right after that? Because
Those are-
people are
those
gonna be
would-
looking for us.
Those would be 2 different slots on the ship, so you could immediately like do one after the other. Firing
Let's
the spell
do
would
that.
take you out of it, but it can be like in the same motion. You shoot it, you're in, so that you are not visible as the explosion happens. Like that's totally fair.
Yeah, I think we're gonna shoot it and then turn on invisibility right after and just get out.
And Rolo did, I think, when he had a chance to charge something, he put in an expeditious retreat, so we can also go fast. Just like, let's get out of here, invisibly.
That might be like almost uncontrollably fast for you all. Oh man.
I don't think it's that fast to begin with, so I think they'd be okay.
Yeah, it actually does. That's true. It actually, calculating it out, 100 miles a day for this ship actually equates to about little under 35 feet of movement in a regular round.
Yeah.
So it's just it's just that it doesn't get tired like a person, and that's why it can kind of go forever, you know?
Yeah. That is a good question. Can it go forever? Does it like?
It'll eventually run out of fuel. Like the crystals, when you pump a spell in, think of it like a full tank of gas.
Okay.
Like so you could easily like, let's see, you had enough in the sub, so I'm gonna say it's probably like 200 to 300, 400 miles worth in a single spell, of something like that, of speed.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Well, we are supercharging this with all sorts of crystals.
All right.
But yeah, I think we're gonna try to zip on out of there and meet at the rendezvous point.
All right. Who wants to do the honors of rolling 400 D6 or D8 for Fireball? I don't remember.
D6.
All right. Who wants to do the honors on that?
I would be glad to roll big numbers.
Okay.
Good.
If you give me
I mean, Artem's the one shooting it. But
Oh yeah, yeah. I just
Artemis
didn't hear
is our
anyone
gunner
jumping on it.
Expert.
Let me get the right vibe here.
400 D6. Is
400
this gonna break?
No, we've rolled it before.
Okay, well,
We
here,
rolled it
here
before.
it goes.
Can you give me 1 second before you do?
Yep.
I want to make sure I
Yep.
show it nice on stream, and Roll20 just makes literally every other part of my computer run like a slug. So give me a moment.
I do have 3D dice turned on, so
It'll look cool. All right. It's gonna be the old layout for a second because I can't re-up it yet. But go ahead.
Okay.
Whew.
Yeah, I think
That's
I
a
got
lot
him.
of damage.
All right, 13. That's a real high roll too. All right. Not that it was ever going to be a low roll.
I don't know, a lot of ones in there.
See a lot of sixes.
Lots of sixes.
That's a
too.
lot of sixes.
All right, so 1392. Now I have prepared a mathematical formula in advance for determining like how much of the castle you destroy.
Actually, it's 8 short of the average.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yep.
All right, so I have a formula on my end to determine, like I said, based on like it doesn't have AC, the brick, but it does have like a damage threshold. And so yeah, I've done the math. So okay. So first things first, you're going to blow clean through that roof. All the other like in progress airships, those two, they're gone. The workshop, gone. Any of the few guards still standing on that roof, gone. The crew was already dead from Azov. So, kind of as far as you know, anyone who knew about it, gone. I've asked this question before, but I always forget. How tall is a story, generally speaking?
10 feet.
12 feet.
15.
Yeah.
12 to 15.
Okay. So, based on the formula I just did, it's probably a little higher ceiling because it's a castle.
Yeah, I mean, with bases and castles, it's different than like a building.
Yeah.
But I'm going to show you, nice, based on my little formula I did, you blow through, now it's still standing because you don't blow every brick, but you blow down through 69.6 feet. So essentially, you blew a hole basically all the way down to the prison level through this thing, and ignited essentially everything within the like that's not a basement level. You just set on fire.
Well, and I imagine even like the basement level is similar to like when the Pentagon got hit by the plane. Like I remember people mentioned like they were just in the building somewhere else, not where it got hit, and they would like get blown past just by the sheer force.
Oh yeah, there's definitely some
Like
shockwaves
shooting out.
going on too.
Yeah.
But as it stands, you essentially, I think the way to think about it would be you just like hollowed out the first 3 floors of the castle.
Jeez.
Now, actually, I'm gonna do one more roll just privately to myself. Let me see something here. Okay. Okay. Now you don't obviously know what's going on inside of that castle, but it was an inferno straight down. The one tower that is still standing happens to be the one that people went down, that your allies ran down. So there's a chance they are still alive. But you have
No loose ends.
It was planned.
but yes, you have. Ooh, I don't want to get rid of that. I want to delete our little cancel symbol. Because much like the image here on the map, you have turned that castle into basically a giant candle.
We should probably go, right?
Oh yeah, we're zipping it.
Let's cram that Invisagym.
Yep.
I'll
Invisibility, expeditious retreat. Phew!
Cool.
Let's get out of
I'm
there.
gonna give a small cliffhanger. We're gonna take an early buyer break because I don't want to try to fix all the layout stuff while we're riding. It was a pain enough at the beginning.
Okay.
Here's your cliffhanger. As you turn, because you're gonna turn the ship a little bit, or at least you're looking around while invisible to make sure no one's seeing you. No one sees the ship. Like, you're certain of that. I'm not gonna do a whatever, like, be tricky about it. You planned ahead. People, all their attention is on the nuke that just went off inside the castle. This includes the Emperor. And if you turn toward the rear of the ship and kind of face toward the fighting pits, you will see, and you don't necessarily know, I know you did learn about this before, so you may understand why this is happening. You will see basically a 20-foot tall version of the Emperor sprinting through city streets back to his castle, being like, what just happened here? Now, he does not notice you, but he knows someone just nuked his castle.
He just turned into a fucking titan and ran over.
So he has, you learned this from somebody before. Somebody told it to you. It might have been someone on the D team. The armor he has from Ilmater, it lets him do an enlarge reduce like normal, and then do it again to get to the 20 feet. He basically gets a double. So he gets to be giant man. Now again, he doesn't see you, but like a 20 foot is just bounding toward his castle to see what in the world happened as you are peeling away to your rendezvous point.
Well, I would hate to been caught up in that.
A lot
Yup.
of people definitely were. We're gonna take our bio break early so I can fix layout stuff. And then we'll be right back with the aftermath of all of that.
All right, go piss, girl.
Okay, bringing it back in. Now I got the updated layout, so that's good. Thank you for bearing with me, everyone. Mostly you guys. Thank you for dealing with that. Okay, so just to give it an image, like I said before, you've got like a 20-foot tall version of the Emperor. Just a little reminder of his look there, bounding toward his castle.
More like
He didn't
his
live
rubble
there,
pile.
did he?
What's up?
Did he live there?
You did not really thoroughly explore the second floor, but he had personal chambers, he had a treasure chamber, he had a personal sanctuary to Vlaakith.
You think the treasure chamber is still
Oh.
intact? We could swoop through, right?
It's, guys, do you know how much of that map I crafted? No, I'm just kidding. It was a pre-made thing. And you just destroyed it. Yeah, everything but the everything like I said, but the sub. So like the prison is gonna be shaken but intact. The sewer is gonna be shaken but intact. But otherwise, you hollowed out and it kind of an implosion almost. What you did to this thing. Big old boom.
Yeah, seeing that, Azov's gonna load up one of the crystals with his once per day use of invisibility. He's gonna jam it in there, and he is going to hit Cloak.
Yeah, you guys are cloaked, and you did that before the Emperor is bounding towards you because he does not see you either. His eyes are strictly on that giant burning castle now.
As we zip away, I think when Rollo's got a chance, if he's steering the ship, he might just ask somebody like, "Hey, can you go hand me that axe over there? I want to take a look at it."
I'm in the engine room.
Oh. Hey, somebody over there in the front.
I mean,
Just
yes,
give it to
and
him.
here you go. I'll give it to you on my way to the engine room.
Oh,
I'll
thank
bring
you.
over- I'll bring over the axe.
Inspecting it, does it look like a +1 axe or anything else? Is there anything special about this axe? Does it even just look like it's made with nicer parts that could fetch a little bit of money? Is there anything interesting about this axe?
It is definitely a very nice, well-crafted Goliath axe, so it could fetch a better price for sure. Goliath Great Axe, specifically. However, all the crazy magic-y stuff seemed to all come from her.
So it's just a mundane, regular axe.
That was entirely from her, all that ability.
Okay.
And a lot of that's, by the way, that, like, basically all that stuff is, like, just written up from those barbarian paths. I don't remember if it's, I think it's the giant one that gives you the Kratos, you can throw it and it comes back to you kind of thing, which is weird that it's from a path like that, but yeah, that is a thing. So that's the situation. Castle's on fire. City is in chaos. Some of your allies may or may not be alive. Saruth is definitely dead. And your ship is invisible.
I
Can
guess
we go
I'll
to the
Oh,
Steam
boy.
map?
Yes.
So yeah, we had it over here.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a mountain ridge, right? Or is it like a plateau and it goes down?
It's definitely so I have the image I kind of like. I found one for you guys. Why don't I just take you to it so I can show you? I have an image for this of kind of like where you would have hidden it, like a little kind of like, cove kind of deal.
And can we just hover this thing right over the water there?
I mean, it's a flying ship. Yeah, you could. But this
Okay,
is
I
this
just
is,
wasn't sure if is it a hover ship or a flying ship? Like, can it
You-
just kind of stay?
It could hover.
Okay.
I mean, it takes off like a helicopter, so it definitely has like the what is that called? VTOL
VTOL.
capability. So yeah, you're right there. VTOS is that
Vertical
Russian
takeoff
singer.
and landing.
VTOS is the Russian singer who does the weird tongue thing. Anyways, I don't know if anyone knows what I'm referring to there, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yep, yep, that's him. This is, I mean, it's just, this kind of, I imagine what you were thinking, Ryan, right? Like a little kind of.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
tuck it
helpful to
in.
know.
Yeah, so it's kind of tucked in under a little kind of outcropping like that.
I guess we take it over, and if we have a sending stone, do you have a sending stone for what's her name?
For Nona,
Noah?
I mean, Nona, you could have given her one of yours retroactively. I'd be okay with that.
I think we said that we were going to do that.
Yeah, because I mean,
so.
you do need a way to talk to her.
Yep. I guess we'll just let down, unless there's already. Okay, is there a rope ladder that's already a part of the ship, just like on the side or something?
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess we'll lower that down so that way we can traverse between the two. I assume that the sub will come up to the surface, and then
Yeah.
that way we can all connect.
And let's connect on the ship. Like, let's. This is the first time we've really had a chance to explore it, so let's see.
Yeah.
On the airship?
Yeah,
Okay.
like ring to Nona. Nona, the mission was a success. We took some losses. You can bring up the sub. We'll see you shortly.
Okay, coming right up. And it'll break the surface. The hull. No, not the hull. What's the thing that a hatch will open up? She'll pop out. Just, grab the rope, kind of fasten that. And then, I'm coming up to you?
Can
Yeah.
we fuse them like a Megazord?
Doesn't really work like that.
No. Okay.
Doesn't work like that yet.
Yet.
Now I have a totally different idea of what we need to do.
And yeah, she will climb up onto it.
Rolo,
Yeah.
Oh, that's really big.
I know we kind of exploited your relationship with your mentor to get us in there, but I didn't think it would come to blows like that.
Yeah. It seems like she lost her way a long time ago.
Are you all right?
No, man. I'm bruised in all sorts of ways. Physically, I've been training for 25 years. And she struck me down so dang easily. And I'm sure that I'm gonna pick myself up and find new motivation to get even stronger, but right now I'm just hurting. On top of all that, she was my mentor a long time ago, and I left her. And I never got to patch things up. And now I gotta live with that. And I gotta live with not knowing if there's something I could have done to make her be a little less cold.
For what it's worth, where I was standing, she had us dead to rights. I had to create a wall just so she wouldn't mow through all of us. And she could have let you die, but she didn't.
Yeah, I wasn't really there for that part. I woke up and there was just a big wall. That was you.
Yeah.
Well, good for you.
Not one of my braver moments, but I did see her basically cut you in half, so I was a little bit scared. I'll say it. I was a little bit scared.
Yeah, I don't blame you. She's mighty tough. What a waste of potential. I can't believe she just killed herself. At least I didn't give her the satisfaction of making me do it. It's a real shame, though. If she gave me anything as a mentor, at least she put me in my place and showed me that I still got a lot of work to do. And I got a lot of growing to do. techniques to gain. I get it. Gotta get a lot tougher, it seems.
Maybe. Maybe it seems the power she was able to gain wasn't the thing she was looking for after all.
Maybe, honestly, after all her time, she liked wolves more than people, and maybe she could have done better if she had just learned how to get along just a little bit more. Maybe rather than running away, maybe she could have found happiness if she had just, let go of some things. But who am I to say? I haven't seen her in a really long time. Lots of things could have happened between then and now that I just don't know about.
When you get the
But-
chance, down in the sub, underneath my bunk, you'll find a box of very expensive liquor. Came from Henry's new bar. It's no healing potion, but it heals in one way.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be great, especially if I don't have to be at the wheel right now. That sounds mighty fine, sir. Mighty fine.
I think we're parked here for a bit, so if you want to take a break, at
Yeah,
least for
I
now.
think I'm gonna go do that. You gonna let me drink alone?
I'll join you once we figure out what we're doing here.
Sounds good.
Think- Where's everyone else currently?
That's directed to all of you, not me.
Dalton would be down under, just checking on different equipment and making sure things are running smooth.
8-9's on deck. He's kind of 1,000 yards staring off of the side of the ship.
Also on deck, like probably like posted up, like sitting on those stairs, reading.
Let me give you. We'll bring some tokens in to make that a little
Reading what?
better for everybody.
Reading
I'm
Rainbow.
reading Rainbow. The freaking the language book that she picked up, trying to figure out primordial bullshit. Or maybe The Idiot's Guide to Swimming, one of the two books.
Oh,
Not Tusk Love.
Not this time. Maybe next time.
I think Azov's gonna walk over to where Henry and 8-9 are, the two other original members of the B team,
there we go.
and be like, "Well, we did it. Mission accomplished."
Yeah. We
There you go, guys. If you want to
gotta-
distribute yourselves.
we gotta tell the lion dude that it's done so he can destroy the tank.
I think we have a sending stone that we can do that with, right?
Yeah, you have a direct line to him for some reason. I don't remember why.
I
'Cause
don't
He's our guy.
I don't feel great about that. How that went. I don't know what I'm feeling right now. Like, we blew it up really, really good, and a bunch of people died, and I know personally I just hurled a bunch of hardworking men and women to my god, but that felt different. Am I crazy?
No, I think it's good that you don't feel good about that, dear. We just did mass murder.
Dr. Dalton climbs up from the hatch. Well, I feel pretty good about today.
You shouldn't. None of that should feel good. It was more or less a success, but that doesn't make it good.
You're right. There were a lot of parts I could have salvaged.
Not for that reason, but okay.
I feel like we changed something. I feel like doing it on people in a city,
Mm-hmm.
in an important place. did something. And now that something can't be undone.
Yeah.
I know.
Did we just commit mass murder?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
To have something is generally to lose something, and I mean, you're not human, but you can definitely lose your humanity.
I'm half human.
There you
Oh,
go.
I get
It's
it.
gone.
Okay.
It's gone. All I got is Goliath now.
Dust in the wind.
Ugh.
But no, if anybody feels good about that, aside from Dr. Dalton, for various reasons, I would be genuinely concerned, I think.
I mean, we succeeded. That was the plan. That was always the plan.
That was the plan.
Was to steal it, blow up everyone, all the witnesses, all the evidence, all the other modules, all in one swoop, make a huge decisive blow, and then fly away unscathed. We even
More on
lost
that.
Lefty in the process.
I
To
know
feel
it's a
good about
tragedy.
that.
We did lose Bora. And I don't know if you all know this, but we had a special bond, Bora and I. A very,
Elaborate.
very sensual, sometimes sexy bond, but I don't want to go into details about it.
We totally
Unless-
did. Totally did it, guys.
Unless anyone want details? That a maybe? 8-9? Seeing a maybe over there.
Not right now, Azov.
Slowly, and he's like, is that a maybe?
The cleric was definitely like plugging her ears as you even started talking about it.
Yeah.
I think it's best not to feel good about today.
Hey, I know I wasn't up
And
there
let's
doing.
not even discuss what happened with it with her around, because she'll jump off this ship too, probably.
Ooh.
She's gonna walk over to you three who were. Is Rolo, you're over with that lot too? It's kind of you four, or is everybody together now?
I think we're all up on the deck.
Everybody's actually together
yeah.
now. Okay. She's gonna walk over to all of you and just say, "Hey, I know I wasn't up there actually with everything that happened, but it sounds like things went according to plan, and you know, I'm kind of feeling like I'm in a weird place too because, you know, well, Doctor, I know that, you know, the giant lady, she killed all your party, and it would have been me, and I survived that." And now here I am on the sub when you guys are doing the dirty work, and I survived that. Survival's what they call it, right? Hey, maybe we all just call it early tonight, huh? I've got, still got plenty of cheese and milk if anyone needs to fill their belly before bed. Any takers?
I will never say no to cheese.
Oh, perfect.
I'll watch you eat it. But I know.
It's okay. I just want to make the offer.
Okay, I'll sit with
I can,
you while
you
you
know,
do that.
I'm a cleric. I can patch wounds, but I can't patch a conscience.
Do
Thanks,
we think we're safe here for now? We'll probably need time to regroup, but we did float away unseen rather quickly.
I don't know why they'd look for us around here.
Well, now that the mission's done, we gotta, she's pointing at the deck, we gotta get rid of this thing, right? I know we gotta wait for the sub, because that's our ride home, but we gotta get rid of this thing, right?
Maybe.
Don't have to.
Well, hold on, but that was the deal. We don't want anyone to have these, right? I mean...
Correct.
Darling girl, that was before we found the black ooze under that good doctor's bed.
I'm sorry, you found what now?
Change some things.
Yes, examine this sample. It's inert, don't worry.
She's gonna, like, you hand it to her, and being a light cleric, she's probably gonna have, like, almost a vampiric, like, I don't wanna, sorry, real bad vibes. I'll take your word for it. It's a problem. Whew.
You're familiar with the breaking, I assume.
Of course, I serve Lathander, but Elmater still made quite a sacrifice, yes.
The ooze, right? Giant, huge, same color. That was under the doctor's bed.
You mean the stuff that, she's pointing at Azov, the stuff that your people are fighting Azov. It got up here somehow.
The stuff that my people are fighting right now, and my patron is to be believed currently losing, which is
Maybe a trick, but
not great.
Well, if there's more of that stuff, we gotta go destroy that too then, right?
yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Well, also being conscious of the fact that a giant ooze might come back again. So. So breaking the ship right now might not be the best, is what I'm trying to say.
well, you guys went through the castle. Did you see where the rest of the stuff was?
Well, we kind of beelined it for important areas and kind of skipped past some things that could have been beneficial, but down
We were focused. We were focused on the mission.
No, I
Focus
got it. Hey,
quite on-
mission accomplished, but okay.
An hour goes by awfully fast in an entire castle when you have no idea where you're going.
Yes.
Oh, no, I'm not criticizing. I'm just trying to, okay. I mean, then do you think by nature of, the explosion, it's taken care of?
I mean, there wasn't much of the castle left.
Are you talking about like the ooze?
Yeah, if it belonged to the scientist lady, then there's, like, more, right? Isn't that...
Oh, I don't know if there's anything else in there.
Oh,
That ooze was at a different place. Totally different. But
Yeah,
I mean,
its
maybe
sample
they
wasn't-
had a giant ooze there.
If they did, we know nothing about it.
Who
Didn't you see
knows?
something in the sewers about oozes? Weren't they coming
No.
in through the sewers?
I don't think we saw anything regarding any ooze.
There
I think we
is-
saw. Did we see a gelatinous cube? Maybe.
you saw...
There was some suspicious looking freaking blinky dog.
You did not see... Well, you're not sure what you saw. Because it was, there is some sort of closed-off guarded door in the sewers.
I'm not sure what
Displacer
we
beast?
saw, and why would I? There it is. Fucking displacer beast. Thanks, Boo.
That's just your speculation based on a little bit of an image you saw.
But also, we wouldn't have, like, at that time, we
Of course,
weren't
of course.
aware of the ooze. So
Right.
being like, oh my god, that's got to be linked to the mysterious black ooze, probably would not have processed.
But point
Yeah.
being, there's something else in there.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
I mean, but honestly, with how much destruction there was, it could have been destroyed too.
Okay, so mission 2 may be already accomplished.
We might need to go back and do some recon if we want to make sure.
Probably pay off some low-level adventurers to assist with the cleanup and do a little investigation.
Well,
If
we
we go
already
back-
did that, and that didn't end well for the low-level adventurers.
No, it did not.
Oh, well, yes. But this time will be different for sure.
For sure.
How?
We won't be close enough to blow
We
them
end
up with
it there.
anything.
I guess I should say, now that I've actually survived through this ordeal, unfortunately, my patron lord, the Fathomless, were not terribly far from where my people, the Tritons hail from.
Just over one
Deep
day's
under the
journey.
Deep under the sea, blah, blah, blah. They're fighting a war. The Fathomless has
guess-
called me back to help them. I thought maybe with this sub, I could turn the tide, as it were. Do you have that saying here?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
In this occasion, it is also a pretty solid pun, if I understand correctly.
As
May
opposed
not
to a liquid pun.
understand correctly. They made those.
One thing I haven't been super clear about is how I ended my tenure at the Great Barrier War, which could cause problems.
What? Say more about that.
Okay. So, in Tritus, everyone fights in the war. You're born, taken care of by the state, raised to be either warriors or builders or growers, whatever society needs. And me,
Growers or showers, got it.
yes. Oh, don't underestimate the showers. Everyone, all lives are forfeit for the Tritus Empire. There's one thing, one motto that stands above all others: victory or death. I, being the great Triton that I am, special. I was selected, hand selected, by the Church of the Fathomless to be a leader, to have my own squadron. 10 of the greatest soldiers, new class, new recruits, under my watery wing. I was taken before the Fathomless. I signed the pact. I gave over my soul. In exchange, I became far touched, a powerful member of the Fathomless Legion. And I was shipped off to fight in the Great Barrier War. And it didn't go well. About a week, I had lost half of them. In 2 weeks, I'd lost a third more. Every day, we would fight back the slimes and the oozes. Simple, easy, dumb, worthless creatures. But they keep coming, is the problem. They keep coming, and they keep coming, and they keep sliding closer and closer and closer to you, till all you can do is fall back. But not everyone makes it back. Most don't. A lot don't. And my men didn't. A lot. Till one battle, it was me and my last recruit. Our unit had gone down to 2. And we were being sent to the front lines. We did so dutifully, as all great soldiers of Tritus are called upon to do. Victory or death. And it looks like we were going to find which one. Something happened when the wave of slimes moved towards us. I couldn't do it. I couldn't follow the creed. So I took a third option. I ran. I ran, and I ran, till I wasn't even underwater anymore. Some disgusting fisherman boat found me. Days later, a rare sight. A Triton warrior in his prime, washed up on the rocks over the ocean. What could he be doing here? Why isn't he off fighting in that war or something? I crewed up. I got a little reputation. It's helpful to be a defender of the seas. And you don't have to worry about storms, or surges, or drowning. It's quite lucrative. And I didn't go back. Because I knew if I ever did, there's only one thing waiting for me there. And it's not victory.
Is death?
It's death, yes.
Got it. I got that one.
So, now you all know. I'm not a champion of the Great Barrier of the War. I'm the coward. The runner. The little guppy who said no. And I've been running from it for the rest of my life. But now, if I don't go back, I could lose them all forever. But if I do go back, I will almost certainly die. So it's a real toss-up.
I do got one question for you there, Azov. Do you like your boss? Is your patron like? Do you want to keep having this thing as your patron?
I
Or,
mean,
like, if you could find some other patron, would you?
I don't know. I don't. Soul contracts are complicated. I signed it when I was 18. How would I know that I'd be paying off this debt for the rest of my life? Metaphors. You make this one decision when you're barely an adult, and suddenly you're stuck with it for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he gives me power. Gives me really good power. You guys saw it back there, right? Before we did that, war crime, I did my own little war crime.
Yes, the first war crime. It was quite
The
impressive.
first one
Yes.
was pretty cool.
Yes.
If that's how you justify it.
Azov, I would like to attempt a little bit of, what do they call it? Bedside manner? If
Proceed.
that's okay. I see you're feeling a lot of guilt about this situation. But your actions and decisions put you out of a place where you would have certainly died, and into a place where you have the opportunity to collect the means to go back and solve the problem you were originally sent for. If anything, that moment of cowardice will pay dividends like you couldn't believe. You just may be the hero prodigal son.
Maybe. Maybe that I knew that all along. And I just didn't know that I knew what I knew,
Big brain, yes.
Maybe my genius is even greater than I could possibly conceive of.
Can I
Well-
just also point out that, speaking from my experience, sometimes Lathander can turn mistakes into something still good,
Yeah, but can the Fathomless?
Oh, I don't know him.
It's a big, scary, fishy god. Or demigod. Or kraken. Or aboleth. Or monster. No one really knows. We just get power from it in exchange for a better shot. A better chance. But I don't know. We've seen what these things can do.
We know
Maybe
that
we could
gods
go
can die.
Well, if I may, I think it's a question of, do we turn the submarine there after we rest up? Or do you have unfinished business here first? Because it kind of seems like either way, you gotta go home, Azov.
If what the King in the Wall said is true, and this crystal that he gave us can seal the barrier rift, then in theory, in theory, that would fix everything, including myself. But if we don't do it right, or we mess up, I understand. It's putting you under a lot of pressure. Literally, pressure. If you were to come with me. And I don't expect any of you to. You have your ship. Give me the sub. I can go down. I might be able to save my people. I might not. But at least you folk be safe. Say you lost the sub on the way. Crashed into a sea dragon or something like that. You can go home. Be heroes. This isn't your fight.
Well, Azov, it's been a pleasure.
I respect it.
Believe I made a deal.
But you're free. You're free from your deal. I didn't die, so you don't have to do it for me. So you're Henry. It wasn't really a real deal. I was just messing with you.
Maid 8-9 teach me how to tread water the other morning. Because I don't know how to fucking swim. And I bought this stupid fucking book talking about swimming, and I bought this other stupid fucking book with your ass backwards language. I'm sorry. This language is stupid.
That's not even the current way the language is spoken. That's like hundreds
It's
of years. That's like
stupid.
it's like ye olde primordial.
I see what you did there, Ryan. The current way.
I'm going. So, there's that. Because I
Yeah.
learned how to swim and I've learned the language.
Yeah, and
I
all
spent time teaching her how to swim, so I guess I'm going.
I almost made him drown. So, like,
yeah.
I don't think he can drown.
well, he almost did.
Yeah, in all seriousness, I gotta say, you're talking about an enemy that's damn near impossible to kill. Sounds like damn good training to me. And by the way, I also know how to be underwater and stuff.
You do?
Yeah, I trained with some underwater barbarians for a while, learned how to transform myself into, various,
Everybody know how to fucking swim but me? What the hell is this?
They all can swim and have dark vision. Yeah.
Who said that? Shut up, cleric.
My parents had a pool.
Oh, and you had parents. Just keep rubbing it all in.
Dalton's playing with a pool. That's going to be important canon information for later.
It's just, I don't know what to say. It's just, looks like my training with the beast barbarians finally is paying off. Techniques I thought I'd never use again. But, no, for real. It's not just because you're giving me your booze. Although that does help a lot. But, I don't know. I'm feeling a sense of found family. Yeah, we're gonna some of the feeling a sense of found family with y'all, and home is where the tribe is, and we're our own little tribe of misfit toys.
Camera pans down a little bit to the gnome cleric. I just signed up to make sure the weapons were destroyed, so kind of until that happens, I guess I'm stuck here. Could we maybe just try to get rid of the ship before we take the submarine down to your kingdom? At least check
Azot's
one
gonna
off
put
the
an
list.
arm around Nona and be like, "It means so much to me that you guys are all willing to come with me to certain death at a horrible, crushing, freezing pressure of water."
She's holding the milk and the cheese. Her hands are just shaking. Oh.
Those night goggles are waterproof, right? We'll figure it out. Dalton, we'll figure that out. Doctor?
I was thinking perhaps I could make sure this ship stays out of hands and continue to work on some things that may give you an edge against this ooze. I have this sample to study. I could spend some time finding some sort of super weapon.
Oh, so you're gonna like make a lab up above?
A sky lab.
A sky lab.
I thought we were
You're a
going
genius.
to destroy the... Oh.
Listen, we're not gonna destroy it. Not until we know we don't need it no more.
Besides, we have to make sure that the lion guy just holds up his end of the bargain. Otherwise, we kind of need that ship to kill the tank.
Yeah. Now, my understanding is you're with the crown and you're here to make sure they get destroyed. You ain't gonna tell nobody that we're hanging on to these a little longer now, are you?
We need to kill Nona.
Do you want to roll?
We all turn and look towards Nona.
Roll an intimidation check for me, Richard.
At
Okay.
advantage, you said? At advantage?
If you're
I'm
all
pretty sure-
turning toward her menacingly, then yes.
At advantage?
The hell is my intimidate? Gosh. Wow, my intimidate is terrible.
You got advantage, though.
Yeah, alright.
Guidance.
Oh wait, do I think I have guidance.
Oh, I do.
Oh, cool. Then yes, so this at advantage plus guidance. Yeah.
Hey!
Oh, hey.
Yo! Well, the -1. Roll the guidance.
Roll a d4, though.
Yeah.
Yay!
Hey!
21.
Blackjack.
You all turn to her, and she's holding her dairy products, and she just lets out a little... She looks up at all of you, and she's just... And she's gonna walk away very grumpy below deck.
I think I should probably make her some lactaid or something. I'll get working.
She's a
on
lot
Is
that.
of
that a-
dairy.
Is that a success, do you think? Do you think she's gonna listen to that?
Doesn't really have a lot
Or
of
is she
options right now.
brooding?
Does she have access to any sending stones or anything that she can send back to?
No, she actually was more like trying to get out of duties back at the kingdom. Now, she's still signed up for... She's still not happy that you guys aren't blowing it up yet. But you feel confident she's not going to rat you out.
We just nuked a whole thing. I don't think anybody's happy about having it.
No.
But the fact is that we fucking need it. So
I just think that if she does have any kind of sending stone things on her, we should remove them
She
from
doesn't.
her.
She doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
We probably took back the one that she had in order to contact her.
Yeah, okay. Just want to make sure.
Well, it doesn't hurt that if we are doing this, not being on the surface is probably a good idea right now, considering the multiple crimes we just committed.
Yes, it's probably best if we fake our deaths and create new identities. I'll be Chad Morgansmith, a wily bartender from not here.
That's a good start. All right.
What do we want to do with the ship in the meantime?
I don't know what
I
safe
think
place we could put
Skylab, right?
Yes, I could
Oh.
work on the Skylab. and rendezvous with you once I've found something out.
What a convenient way to be off screen. I think it's genius.
Thank you. I'm known to be one.
And you won't take it for a joyride murdering across the landscape, correct?
Why would I want to do that?
Harvesting
Joyride.
bodies.
That's why I would want to do that.
Rolo,
no,
why?
that's- No,
You
that's
saw there were no bodies left. They was
I
just
have
ash.
research to do. I have too much work to do to go around on a killing spree. And I'm a doctor.
Do no harm.
Insight check.
Well, do some harm.
We just did a lot of harm.
You also manipulated this poor girl again.
Look, maybe she
Yeah,
shouldn't
that's
have come to
probably
hang
fine.
out if she couldn't handle it. Okay.
Well,
Do we want to put her on the ship with Dalton instead of with us?
Like she's grounded. Like she's like freaking like
For
house.
in the sky,
Like
grounded in the sky.
ha.
Mhm.
Y'all are funny. Like she's freaking like on house arrest, but it's in the sky, and then she can't talk to anybody. Oh no. Actually, I don't like that because then she's the only living soul around with Dr. Dalton.
I
And
could
he
use an
might
assistant.
he might Frankenstein her.
I
Please,
mean,
I've got plenty of parts in my bag.
Lord knows we could have benefited from having a cleric today.
Yeah, I'm saying, it's rough down there.
It's probably best that I'm alone with my thoughts anyway. Take her with you.
Is she okay with any of this? Does she even want to go down there? I feel like we should at least give her the
No.
choice.
I mean, I don't think she should have to go down there, but
Hey,
she can go
Nona, do you
home.
wanna go down with us to fight a unwinnable war, or do you want to stay up here with the doctor and become the new lefty?
You hear like her yelling from below deck. I think at this point I just want to go home.
Not an
I mean, I
option.
don't-
Not an option.
I don't want to
Choose A or
kidnap her.
B.
Guys, we always end up bullying the NPCs. Have we noticed that? We always end up bullying
Yeah.
some kind of NPC.
We have too many episodes with girl boss gatekeep gaslight at this point. We can't have another one.
When did we have any of
Tomato.
those? What are you talking about?
Yeah, that never happened.
That never happened.
There it is.
I don't remember any of that. I definitely need to practice swimming some more, though. I think. Not that it matters.
You know, I could teach you. I'm actually pretty good at it, if you believe that.
Why would you be able to swim? I mean, I think A9's done a respectable job. How good am I at swimming at this point, Tony? We've had like one session.
She doesn't sink.
Thanks.
Yeah, you can doggy paddle for sure.
Thanks. This is coming
I-
from Sydney, who at 28 took swimming lessons.
I'm curious if I have anything as an. I'm totally not an artificer, but as a rage mage, if I have anything that can help her
Your bill,
with
No, you don't.
swimming
Yes, I did.
underwater.
The Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit.
Check the good old.
Also
spell
breathing.
list. Yeah, that's what I mean. Is having.
Mm.
I might. I'll have to see.
Guys, I
I'll look into that.
just sit this arc out if I can't figure this out. I'm sorry.
I might be able to grant you a shark totem or something if you know what a shark is.
I think I've read about that in a book. Actually, we fought some, so I definitely know for sure. For sure.
You do finally know what a shark is, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Unequivocally.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
Oh wait.
Anyway, the point is
Air
we're all
bubble.
going up.
we could go back to Shadow Moon, see if there's any supplies that you'll need.
Yeah.
I don't know what they have there. It is a coastal city, but
Could probably pick
I
up that
do
painting.
believe there
The
are.
painting.
I can make Henry be able to breathe underwater.
Thanks, Boo.
Painting we said the painting was waterproof, right?
Hmm.
Is it a portal? Does water go through it?
No,
This was
you
the
gotta like
try.
go through by choice. As a creature. Portals affect
Making a
creatures.
note here. Huge success.
Maybe
Is the
we go
Delta-
back and get the painting before we go down there. It just says crime.
It just says crime. I do that
That is-
all the time.
But also, I would say there are some. Tony, my thought was that like there would be some trade routes between Tritus and the rest of the world.
Mhm.
It would just be very secretive and like they're not like inviting necessarily visitors down.
Yeah. It's like what do you call that? Pre whatever China. Or Japan rather. Before Japan opened up, yeah. Similar
Yes.
Isolation.
Yeah, very-
idea. Yeah. You know, like when they were starting to reopen again.
Mhm.
So sorry. So why are you mentioning this, Ryan? Why are you bringing that up? Just as an alternative travel method?
No, I was thinking if we need to, either we go down there and hope they have something for landlubbers, or we go to Shadowmoon City and see about anything that they have there that might help our aquatically avoidant
Yeah, I got you.
friends are.
I mean, you're from there, so I would say like you're confident that there would be. It might not be like the most efficient stuff, but there's definitely things that could make sure people are able, like land dwellers are able to live. And then in terms of like architecture and whatnot, like the city's underwater, but like much like an Atlantis kind of thing, it's like if you're swimming up into a home, the whole home isn't necessarily going to be filled with water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. So like if you went straight there, no one's gonna die just because of the ocean is kind of the thought. There is stuff there. And of course, your reputation and whatever is gonna be an obstacle, but like does the means to keep the rest of the party exist in Tritus? Yes.
I guess the question is, what do people need to do anything before we go down there? Because it could be
I
one of
want
the
to go home.
I mean, could we
Anyone decides no,
spend
no.
some? Could we spend some time making some crystals, and then we could just keep on nuking some slime? Like, why do we might not have to leave the what do you call the submarine at all?
To seal the portal, you do have to go to a specific ritual spot, which is inside the
Okay.
temple.
Got it. We can nuke
So
that
we
too.
nuke the temple.
Yep.
So then we can get inside the temple. So then we can nuke.
It
The thing.
would not work like that.
It would absolutely. Why would it not? I nuked the temple to get into it, and then I'm nuking the portal.
Why do we need to close the portal? Let's just nuke everything that's inside the portal.
Just
Fly-
nuke the nuke. Nuke the world.
Flashback to the king in the wall. Do this elaborate ritual, or just take a nuke.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. I have a nuke now.
Before, when Chimera had 2 bombs, now you just have all the bombs.
Richard, you
I
said
do
you
have
could give
another
me
thing
Air
that-
bubble.
Yeah.
Is that
It
a
doesn't-
spell that you have to use, or
Yeah, it doesn't give you swim speed, but you'd be able to breathe.
okay? So it might still be worth getting like a thing.
It
some,
might
like,
be.
water swimmies or something. Okay.
Floaties.
Cloak of a manta ray.
I was about to say that.
Hey!
I'm imagining.
Actually, I wonder if that's one. That might be an infusion that we could make.
Yes,
I'm
it is.
imagining Henry like with the flashlight headlamp and like ring floaties just swimming through dark caves.
Hey, Dalton, if you're gonna be gone for a while, you just make us some infusions real quick. Then-
No.
Alrighty then.
Fuck you!
I almost spit out my drink.
Yeah.
You've had some
I
good
will
little zingers
see.
tonight.
Yeah. I don't know if any of the infusions I've chosen would be particularly helpful for you guys.
Yeah, we can't just change infusions at will. I think
How
it's
much is
only
it
like
worth
a
of
level ups or
manipulate?
something. Had I known we were going underwater, I could have spent some time meditating on it, but I might have to wait a while.
It's only an uncommon item. Hold on. Oh, just kidding. I can't wait. Or a modern. Why did it take me there? 9th slot shoulders 7,200 fucking. Oh my god.
Jeez.
Oh. But that says 6,000 GP, and I don't think I can afford that.
I think there's a couple things. There's like the cloak of the manta ray, and then I want to say there's like a water cap or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
which does it the same thing but is less cool.
So it sounds like supplying back in Shadow Moon is the first move before you go.
Yeah, plus
Yeah.
we gotta pick up the painting.
Okay.
So wait, where are we going when we do that?
The city we were in before the current one.
Yeah, let's go back.
Yes.
Go back to the. I'll take
Okay.
you back to the big map. Yeah. So you are.
Where's that?
You are. Yep. There you go.
Oh, we're going to Shadow Moon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Could go back here, get the painting, get anything else we need, and then go there.
What's over at that there Temple of the Moon? Any fancy items we could get there? If we're just going to certain death, might as well stock up on magic items.
That
if
is
we
a
can.
religious. That is a religious site. You could potentially find something cool there if you wanted to check in.
There's also a Whirlpool of Fortune. That sounds nice. Just wonder if we want to beef up at all before we start going over there, but maybe not. I'm feeling a little shaken today. I got my ass whooped.
Well, yeah, we're all kind of shaken. Let's plot a course for Shadow Moon. And then onward to Tritus.
Where should I head in the meantime?
Maybe we
Probably
just
the
fly
middle of the
overhead if
ocean.
you can keep it up high.
Well, I'm wondering if there's any cities that would be a good spot for me to lay low,
With an airship?
have roof access, and be able to, do research.
How
Are
many
there any
people
like
would see the
uninhabited
airship?
islands anywhere?
Question: does the ship float in water?
Yes.
Because if we just treat it like a normal ass fucking ship, is anybody gonna look at it and be like, "That's a magic ship, and that's a magic ship
You
that
wanted
flies"?
to act like it was a regular boat, you could get away with that.
Isn't there a big thing on top of it though?
You'd have to dismantle that. That's kind of like engineering business. You know what I mean? That's like the thing that makes it fly. So you could
Yeah,
you could turn it into a regular boat. That's more you could turn it into a regular
we
boat.
could break it.
Yes.
Okay.
You could
Oh,
if you gave up the flying
Yeah.
capabilities, you could do kind of everything else it does.
I
follow
wanna
question:
do
would
that.
I be able to bring the flying capabilities back?
Not with your knowledge, and you did destroy all the workshop knowledge of it. The people
Here's
back
what I
in the
wanna
capital
do.
could.
Keep it.
Tell me I can make it fucking float, and it'll be fine, Tony.
Honestly, the people back in your capital city could, the original engineers.
Yeah, but we're not telling them we fucking have it.
That's
So
true. Yeah, it's supposed to be all. What do you mean you took some of it apart?
Well,
Tony,
could you just keep it where it is right now? Just hang tight here for a bit.
Good.
what about the caves that we went in for the salt deposits?
Is it big enough to hide that ship in?
Yeah.
I would say you could find one that is. Like, I'd say that's fair.
I would say Dalton. go down to Shadow Moon City or that coast where there's a bunch of sea caves and find one that can fit.
Yeah.
Either be
It's like
parked
right around here.
invisible, super high in the sky, and work there. But when you do need to come down, park it in a cave, hide it obviously, and then Marty McFly in the 1950s, and then go into town, get what you need, come back, and then fly up again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm concerned about fuel, and yeah, like if I could park it in a well, that's not
Well, you can
reasonable.
fuel it up with spell slots, which, I mean, I know you don't have as many, but you have enough to.
Yeah,
At least from what we've learned
true.
so far, that we've got plenty of fuel for it.
That is true. And that's also stuff I can figure out off screen another time.
I think the basic plan of Dalton takes the ship and we find a hiding. I think it's probably covered.
Yeah.
Okay. And that does give you, you could then be spending time in the city when you need to resupply.
Yeah.
Might be a bit. Okay. So it sounds like you guys have a game plan. You'll hide the ship, you'll resupply in Shadow Moon, then you'll go to Tritus. That sounds good. That gives me stuff to write with. We still have just a tiny bit more to do tonight, though. Because I told you all you're not gonna level up necessarily, but you are gonna get some boosts,
Woo!
So it's probably getting toward the end of the day. Everybody's gonna probably spend their night on either the submarine or the flying ship. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. So as everybody is there, a few different things are going to happen. The first one, I think it's going to involve a little bit of RP. So I think at some point, as the night is winding down, 8, 9, and Rolo will have a conversation. Artem, if you want to take that.
Yeah. So at some point, 8-9's gonna make his way over to Rolo. And yeah. He's
He's
gonna
probably. Like, I need to roll a con save to see how drunk he is right now.
Oh jeez.
That was not meant to be an advantage, but 21 nonetheless. He can hold his liquor pretty well, so he's doing all right. Oh, hey there.
Hey, I had a question.
Yeah.
Back there on the roof, you kind of threw Dalton through a portal or something?
Oh, yeah, I guess I never thought of it as a portal before, but yeah, kinda did.
Well, I mean, it definitely is. I heard the whispers that I usually hear when it happened.
Oh. Yeah, that's just me connecting to the world tree. It's no big deal.
Yeah, can you tell me about that? Because, like, what the hell did you do?
Yeah, so there's like this like multiversal tree that just connects everything within the multiverse, right? It's like basically a god. And it flows kind of through everything all around. Like even when we're on a ship, we can still connect to it because it's not about like connected to the earth, right? Like it connects to every world, including the planes of air and water and fire and everything. It connects to everything. Branches spread out all over, and you can just ride those branches. You can even have those branches like grab people and pull them in and all sorts of stuff. And you can also like there's like a life force with it. You can like tap in. You can get energy from it. That's part of how I heal myself sometimes is I tap into the strength of the world tree.
Yeah, but, like, how? Is that, like, another part of your if you get angry enough, it'll happen thing?
Oh, not really. I mean, it is connected to rage, yes. But I learned this technique over from the World Tree tribe. And all the barbarians in that tribe know how to connect to the World Tree. It's like some ancient religion of theirs or something. And so I guess it's kind of a spiritual thing, kind of like connecting with nature and like being present in your own body, like. So, I mean, it takes a long time to be able to do it, but if you want, I can try to teach you sometime.
Yeah. Can you show me how you, like, is it a meditation thing?
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of his meditation and connecting. I mean, this is like beyond grounded, right? Like it's not just being connected with the earth, it's like being connected to the multiverse. It's like all the planes of existence all at once. It's kind of hard to explain, but it all starts with breathing, and he'll just go into some techniques for how to do that.
8-9's gonna follow along with the techniques, and just because he has an inherent connection to a past he doesn't know about, and he's very connected to portals, he is going to manage to open up just a tiny little portal in front of him that has red sparks around it, because my half-feet thing is that I took some of the archer stuff, and one of the things I took was Seeking Arrow, but instead of the flavor of the arrow like flying through, the flavor is he's just gonna shoot through a portal.
Nice.
There you go.
What was that movie called?
Wanted? Yeah.
Yeah, where he perfed
yeah.
the bullet.
Yep.
What a time.
So there's not even a range on this, it's just any creature you've seen in the last minute.
Yep.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it's
Very, very cool.
a
A wall of ice won't stop you now.
Right?
kinda.
Artem
yeah.
said, "I'm not missing anymore. None of these bad rolls."
Richard, if we can do yours, not necessarily next, but I'm having trouble finding where you pulled that from because I want to paste the wording for you.
Oh,
For your
it's
feet.
literally just in the species thing of the Goliath in the
Okay.
2024 version.
Okay.
I could pull it up if you want.
Yeah, it'd be nice to paste it in there.
Okay.
I don't think it's on the wiki dot yet, so.
No, it takes a little while for them to update to the new stuff. Let's see if I can
Yeah.
find the language.
While you're digging for it, I'll move around to some other folks. Andrew, the ship is going to become your
Skylab.
Skylab
Skylab!
soon. So you're gonna start digging around and
No, other way.
flying around and
There you go.
elevating around. And so you're gonna, as you're on the ship this evening, you're gonna start poking around, see what you can find. One of the things you're gonna find is a chain shirt that seems to be perfectly in your size, and you're gonna get a nice feel for it, so that you can, by the time you come back around and meet the rest of the party, you can have your medium armor master.
Oh, as a feat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool.
So you will have that.
Thank you.
Sid, how's Henry feeling after today's battle?
I mean, she kind of summed it up. It's not great. She didn't expect to feel great. But also, she's been doing shit she has not felt great about her whole entire life. So, the day is the day.
Okay. What was her thought, maybe? So, you did the mind sliver on Saruth in the fight, which was like it was a pretty smart way to kind of attack through or around the wall. But would you say, if Henry had the option, would she have like maybe done something to help Rolo or like something like that on the other side of the wall if she could have in that moment?
Oh yeah, like I think especially when it came, like even when it came time to like those Scion thing, or not the Scions, but the construct guys, I need to realize just how limited she feels and what she can do to help people.
Well, as you're kind of thinking over this in the night, okay, thank you, Richard. I'll come back to that in a second. you kind of think of some different ways that you can start using your psi knife, your soul knife. I forget the exact thing you call it. Your dagger. Ways that you could perhaps help others or hit a little harder with yours if need be. So, as we discussed, Sid, you're going to get permanently one more psionic dice to play around with, but you will also now be able to use it to do these two things: a protective field and a psionic strike. This is the the
A
psionic.
little bit of Psy Warrior.
Yep, the Psi Warrior. Sid was like, "Where did you get these?"
It was not in any of the feats list I was looking at. Let's say that.
It's because it's taken from another class. Then Rolo, as you're kind of thinking back over the fight yourself that evening, and you think about how you saw Saruth kind of bulk up, grow in size a little bit when she did that second rage, and you kind of realize you think you can do the same. You saw her, maybe there was maybe there was one more thing for her to teach you, you know?
Yeah, he certainly has been able to do this before, but this works a bit differently than his enlarge reduce ability. So, and it requires no concentration and other things like that. So, yeah, maybe being around somebody like that just helps him, meditate and kind of channel, connect with that rage that he felt emanating from her. And yeah, he might be able to do it a little bit better next time.
Cool.
Because I don't think he's maybe used enlarge reduce once, if at all. I don't know if anyone's ever seen him be a giant or not.
Before I copy and paste Ryan's feat, we're gonna change screens a little bit because, as you can imagine, when you go to sleep for the evening,
I'm in danger.
Yeah, a little bit of a visit. As you're sleeping that night, you start to feel that pressure, that drag, and you are met once again in your sleep by your patron, the Fathomless.
Azov, I sense you are coming soon.
Yes, I succeeded in no small part thanks to the power you have given me. I hope you enjoyed that little snack. They certainly didn't know what was coming.
It has been some time since I was fed souls in such a manner. Willing souls are always the tastiest, but I do not turn my nose up at other kinds. I wish to reward you for that. When you call forth my power, I want you to push it a little bit further. You may need it once you are here.
And I know you're gonna rename it to something fun, Ryan, but here's the copy for what you're going to get, which is the Mantle of Inspiration, essentially, from the Bard, but you're gonna do it using your tentacle and sort of the forces of water.
Yes, calling upon the aspect of the Fathomless as of now has the Mantle of Subjugation, which works similar to the Mantle of Inspiration. Number of creatures equal to the charisma modifier, so the 4 of you. He will reach out using his otherworldly tentacles and move you around as he sees fit, as well as giving you a little boost of some otherworldly energy.
Oh. So everybody's
Just accept my help.
So everybody's got some new toys to play with. They'll probably come into use pretty soon. But next week, we will get you guys on your way to Tritus. We'll take a pause after that to do Ryan's thing, but we'll be set up basically for the next arc after next week.
There is
Right
one
on.
thing I'd like to do for
Oh,
like
sure.
the following morning, if that's okay.
Yes, of course.
At some point, people will notice a sizable tip in the ship. Do we still have the airship and the sub
Mhm.
like together? So I imagine at some point he'll get back onto the ship because it's probably more comfortable on there than a submarine, and he's also going to need some space. Quite literally, he is going to use his bonus action to start growing into a large, and then he'll use his action to cast Enlarge Reduce on himself, bringing him to the size of a hill giant. He is a huge person who is now 10 feet faster and a D4 stronger, and has advantage on strength checks. He is remembering, like, throughout the entire night, he was remembering all of these lessons that she was about connecting to his giant ancestry that he wasn't even fully able to learn and appreciate at the time. And upon all this reflection, he has finally mastered something that he's worked 25 years to master. And he says a little prayer holding the axe, kind of wishes his old mentor to have a bit of peace in death, and he's gonna chuck that axe down deep into the ocean, and he's just the closest thing he can do to a burial for her is just to chuck that axe as far as he can into the ocean, and when he sees it splash, he will reduce back down in size and head back to join the rest.
Cool. When you do that, that actually gets you up to almost the height of the Emperor at his like warped up size, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, if he's 6'6", then what would that be? It would.
Well, I just thought
20.
a hill giant stands about 16 feet.
Oh no, he gets higher than that. He's like 24 feet at this point.
Okay.
More than 24 feet. He's like 25'6".
Okay, so you actually stand a little taller than the Emperor when you do that. When you guys are at your giant sizes.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
So, even if it was in death, she finally taught him this thing.
All right. Shall we leave it there, and then we'll return next week with you guys picking up in Shadow Moon?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
All right. Okay. That's an episode. Artem, are you back next week?
Yes.
All right, cool. But Andrew, you are not. Is that correct?
I'm
Okay.
not.
Well, either way, that'll be a little bit of
That timed out well.
you know,
Say what?
That timed out pretty well then.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll
It was
be-
nice to be able to spend a couple weeks with you guys again.
Yeah, it'll be a bit of a segue episode, and then after that, we're gonna do a thing with Ryan in November. So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right. Good night,
All right.
stream.
Oh, 26 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be back next week.
Alrighty.